This time, I would like to introduce to you the valedictorian of the class of 2010. The class of 2010 valedictorian is Miss Ashley Nicole Stewart. Ashley is a daughter of Mr. David and Ansa Stewart. Ashley has accumulated a grade point average of well over 100 points while being actively involved at school. She has been very active in the debate, in the environmental club, and as a member of the National Honor Society. Ashley has seemed to amaze her parents since day one. I'm sure that she is very eager to complete her graduation so that she can spend time relaxing as the Stewart family prepares to go to Spain in a few days. Once Ashley returns home, she plans to attend the University of Texas in Austin with a double major in biomedical engineering and Plan 2 honors. Please join me in welcoming the Timberview High School class of 2010 valedictorian, Ashley Nicole Stewart.
Good afternoon and welcome, distinguished platform guests, parents, teachers, faculty, and graduates. So, it's pretty daunting to address the entire senior class because I don't know all of you, and we've all experienced these last 4 years very differently. But I guess we all have to have one thing in common, and that's that we've grown, we've learned. And maybe you learned how to read more closely or write more clearly, or you learned the anatomy of a cell, or how to find the area under a curve, or how to make basic conversation in Spanish. The point is, we've all got these concepts and dates and events and pieces of information all stored and cataloged for later use, and somewhere in our little heads, all of these things are associated with high school. But I think there's an important distinction between the things that other people teach us and the things that we teach ourselves. Because the thing is, if we read between the worksheets and essays and La Katrina videos, we know we've all learned a lot more than that. One of the first things that I probably learned was that there's life beyond academia. I spent the majority of my first semester freshman year up to my eyes in homework, and I channeled all of my energy into my academic work. So my very first challenge was to stretch and accommodate when I joined the debate team, which then brought bigger challenges of what to do with a growing network of friends, with an increased amount of freedom, with a boyfriend. I've always been one to put all of my eggs in one basket, so to speak, and I believe that's a common mistake to make because it's such an easy way to operate. It feels safer and less intimidating to take one thing at a time and to make of it exactly what we need. The problem is, as we put all our attention in this one single thing, everything else starves and suffers, and whether this one thing is a hobby or a relationship, we become reliant on it. Balance is such a critical skill between work, school, interpersonal relationships, partying, whatever. One of the most important aspects of personal growth is for us to be able to teach ourselves moderation. Of course, there are other ways to be balanced, areas of our lives that are less quantifiable and likely take a little more time to sort out than did our work versus school type issues. There's balance between belief systems and ideologies that we may have not even touched on yet in terms of finding a happy medium for ourselves. I know that I personally am far from balancing and reconciling all of my conflicting beliefs. On any given dichotomous spectrum, I am guaranteed to exist wholeheartedly at both ends. There are moral gray areas, liberalism versus conservatism, self-control, even self-asceticism versus complete and total indulgence and hedonism. These things take some serious consideration, but here too we've got to find balance. Equilibrium between extremes enables us to know ourselves better, which enables us to make decisions with clarity. And equally important, it allows us to take on more. And the more we're able to handle, the more opportunities we have to learn and grow. We have done these things in high school, both as intellectuals and as people, but only to a certain extent. Keep learning, keep growing. Don't let high school be your greatest accomplishment, and don't let this be your proudest moment. There's so much left for all of us, and I'm a firm believer in the inherent capability of people, that anyone from anywhere really can do anything if they work hard enough and are committed to the consistent examination of themselves and their circumstances. Nobody is doomed from the start. Always strive to improve and know that it's possible, whether it's working on a personal characteristic that you possess that clashes with your idea of the person you want to be, or it's working toward a specific educational or career goal. There will be so many reasons for us to be proud of ourselves in the future, just as there's so much to be proud of already. Today is not only a celebration of what we've done, but of what we've yet to do. Thank you and congratulations, class of 2010.